This is quite possibly the most important day of my life. Okay. We're gonna be either very happy or very sad today. Okay. And as you guys can see, I am very well dressed for the occasion. This is quite possibly the most important day of my life. It could not be more important than today. Okay. So, let's see what we're doing. Let's see how we're doing it. I already have Ashburherg pulled up. I haven't read any of this. I just literally found Bond costumes and I pulled it up and it's pulled up. I haven't read any of this shit. But we have it pulled up. We're gonna do. I also haven't scrolled down. Right, I saw right here where it said hidden recipes. I spoiled myself a little. Okay, so I haven't scrolled down. I've tried not to read anything. So we are going to go into this completely raw. And we're gonna do base kit, engraving, potentials, and then we'll talk about it for each of the weapons. So we do base kit, engraving, potentials, and that's how we'll do it. So, without further ado, let's go into Bond's kit. So first things first, the adventure skill. Supreme Feast unlocks hidden recipes. We're already off to a great start, by the way. We're already off to a great start. It's cooking time. We're cooking already. And allows Bond's special dishes to be cooked. Oh, baby. With a 25% chance per dish of obtaining an additional dish. Effect activates upon obtaining the hero. What a WW adventure skill. This is literally already one of the best adventure skills in the game. This is right up there with Daisy giving you more plat. This is right underneath that. So best adventure skill in the game is Daisy giving you more plat. Right under that is Bond giving you new foods and more food. So let's go to his nunchucks. Oh, baby. All right, skill details. Passive, exhilarating rhythm. Increases the hero's attack by 90% of all elements except physical. Each time the hero hits the same enemy 3 times, it inflicts chain on the enemy for 20 seconds. Max 5 times. Chain increases defense shatter of attacks received from Bond by 2% and crit chance by 6%. Okay, so that's 10% defense shatter already with 30% crit chance. God damn. God damn. God damn, that's just a passive. Holy. 10% defense shatter? 30% crit chance. Off the rip. Holy. Okay. Inflicts additional damage equal to 160% of attack. That's kind of low. And decreases the enemy hero's decreases the hero's special attack cooldown by 1. Oh, this is just his normal attack. Okay. By 1 second each time an enemy affected by chain is hit. Okay. Okay. Special attack. This is the big one. Becomes immune to reactions while casting his skill and inflicts damage equal to 404% of attack. That's a lot of attack. It's not as much as Derriere. That is still a lot of attack. On the enemy, first hit 65, second hit 107, third hit 228. This attack's crit damage increased by 20% for every 1 stack of... okay. Okay. And chain stacks up to 5 times, so that is 100% increased crit damage. We're looking so good so far. We are looking so good so far. Let's go to the next one. Normal skill Spiral Rush inflicts damage equal to 208% of attack on the enemy and increases all heroes' elemental all attack by the heroes' all elemental attack by 30%. Okay, all elemental attack is different than this, so there's no synergy with that yet. Tag skill 125% attack, no big deal. Ultimate Fox Hunt inflicts damage to 182% of attack. That's kind of low. And increases the hero's damage dealt by 12% for 10 seconds for every 1 stack of chain. What? So we're just out here giving him 60% increased damage for living, for just being out. We haven't even gotten to the second half of the path. There's 2 halves to this ultimate, by the way. This is already insane. If this hit lands, the hero takes an additional action, inflicting damage equal to 120% of attack. Still kind of low. And inflicting additional damage equal to 100% of attack for every 1 stack of chain on the enemy. So if you have 5 stacks, it's 120 plus 500, so it's 620% of attack. And then you multiply that damage by 60% because you have 5 chain stacks. Holy. Oh my god. Yo, this character is insane. This character makes me very happy. This character makes me very happy. So now we're going to, before we go to his potentials, we are going to go to his costume, which is temporary chef, I'm pretty sure. Physical, yeah, okay. Level 1 increases the hero's physical damage by 60% of the attack from all elements except physical. Okay. So, like this. So both of these have synergies. Hitting an enemy with a normal skill affected by chain increases the attack from all elements by 12% and defense penetration by 6%. Defense penetration. Does this mean defense shatter? I'm assuming this is defense shatter. So at level 3, it's 10% additional defense shatter, and he gets 10% from here. So he gets 20% defense shatter, which means he reaches the defense shatter threshold by himself. Base kit, 20% defense shatter threshold already reached by Bond. Base kit, level 3 engraving, base kit. Greedy Ruler is already the best armor for physical Bond, by the way. It is hands down already the best armor. He already reaches the 20% defense shatter threshold by himself. Nothing needed. Just fucking Bond. That's it. You just run Greedy Ruler on physical Bond. That's it. That's it. That's that. It is what that's it. And the level 1, you only get 6%, but that extra like 4% can be made up with just like a Greedy Ruler ring. So yeah, you just run Greedy Ruler on Bond. So if you're running physical Bond, Greedy Ruler 100% without a doubt is gonna be his best set. There's basically no other way that any other gear is gonna out damage this gear just because of all the he already meets the defense shatter thresholds. He's good. And 190% elemental damage increase. I don't see 190. I see 90% here. This is 30%. This is all elemental attack. This is a different stat. All elemental attack is its own stat, which is different than this, right? From all elements. So this means fire, ice, wind, right? All elemental attack is its own separate stat compared to all these stats. So, but I don't know if all elemental attack gets calculated into this. It probably does. Where is his weapon? Because he has a weapon, right? Bond signature weapon. Here we go. Show more. Bond signature weapon, passive level 1. Using a special attack increases attack of all elements by 3%. Okay. At level 7, it's all attack of all elements by 7%. So that's not the biggest, but it is all elements. So if you have like a Derriere, he increases his own all elemental attack by 30%. But what happens if this is 0? Does he give himself all elemental attack from his costume? Do we see that? Is that a sub roll? Can I see that? Is that a sub roll? Where are his sub rolls? Did they not data mine that? Physical attack, crit chance. Okay, so he does not have all elemental attack in his base kit. He has physical attack. That's okay. So He's increasing all elemental attack by 30%. Is it actually all elemental attack, or is it all the elemental attacks? Because all elemental attack is its own stat. Let me boot up 7DS real quick. This part's confusing me. I'm going to assume it's all the attack of all the elements is what this means. What they're trying to say. But the problem is all elemental attack is a stat. So it's very confusing. Yeah. Put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Don't care. I care about this. Anyway. So we go to basic info right here. All elemental attack is its own stat. So what I want to know is it saying it's increasing this? Because this is 0. And it's 0 for every character. Unless you actually get something. Like if you get a ring with all elemental attack. Or is it saying it increases all these elemental attacks by 30%? Right? Is it saying it's increasing this by 30% or all of these by 30%? They could have worded this differently. All of those? Increases the hero's all elemental attack. I feel like if there was going to be all of those, they would say increases the attack of all elements. Yeah, like this one. Look, increases the hero's attack by 90% of all elements. So wouldn't they say increases the attack of all elements by 30%? They said it up here. Right? They said it up here. They said it correctly. They said increases the hero's attack of all elements by 90%. If it was that, they would have said this here too. Increases the attack of all elements by 30%. It's not. It's saying increases the hero's all elemental attack by 30%, which is its own stat, all elemental attack. So that's what makes me think it's not this. That's what makes me think it's this is increasing this. That's what makes me think that. Because they worded it properly up here, but they didn't word it properly here, which makes me lean more towards it saying it's going to increase the elemental attack. All elemental attack. But maybe something in his potentials is going to give him that. Because right now, if his costume doesn't give him anything, his costume gives him physical attack. His weapon, what does his weapon give him? Does his weapon give him all elemental attack? Because right now his all elemental attack is at 0. I don't think it does, right? What does his weapon give him? Physical attack. Okay. So he's at 0 right now. Right now, baseline, he's at 0. He's at 0 all elemental attack. Yeah, like just like my Merlin, right? Like he's got nothing. So increasing this by 30% is nothing. So I'm extremely confused on what this is all about. But maybe his potentials will say something. Let's see what his potentials say. Tier 1 through 4, we don't really care about. They're all the same all the time. More attack, more defense, a little bit more amplified power. So let's go straight to tier 5. Slightly increases the range of the ultimate move. Okay. The ultimate move's first strike increases the hero's own crit damage by 10% for 15 seconds for every 1 cycle. Okay. Okay. So this is an additional 50% crit damage on top of all this. Mother of God. Increases the hero's pierce by 20 for every 1 stat. Okay. Each time the hero uses a special attack, increases the hero's all elemental attack by 60%. Again, all elemental attack, but like, it's at 0. We're increasing a number that's at 0. You didn't complete reading the weapon? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. That's right. You're right. If the hero's element is physical, also increases critical damage by 10% for 10 seconds, max 42 60%. I don't know why it says 42 60%. Are they not sure? We'll just say it's 60% after using a special attack. Yeah, because this isn't divisible by 10. So it has to be 60. Right, because you get 10% crit damage, so you have to do it 6 times to get 60%. Yeah, it's not 42%. It's going to be 60. Okay. Yeah, so again, we're increasing the hero's all elemental attack by 6%. It's at 0. The 7% stacks up to 535. Oh, does the 7% stack up to 42? Why wouldn't he put that here if it stacks? Why don't we put max stacks 42? Right here. So this stacks up to 42%, and this stacks up to 60%. I see. So 42% so 42% attack to all elements. And then he gets how much from this? He gets 100% of attack from all elements. And this one, he increases all the elements by 42%. So he increases all elements by 42%, and then he gets 100% of the attack from all those elements. Okay. So if Derriere is giving you 3,000 attack baseline, you increase that by 42%. What's that? 420 times 3. That's 1260, right? 420 times 3. 1260. Yeah. So 3,000 times 0.42. I'm so fucking good at math, by the way. I'm actually insane. I was covering it, but I'm so good at math. Holy. Sorry, I had to self-glaze myself real quick. Hold on. Anyway. So he's giving... So it's going to be 4260 attack. So he's going to gain an additional 4260 attack. From his special attack, or from his special weapon, his signature weapon, into his engraving is 4260, but I believe there's another calculation that needs to be done up here. Yeah, increases the hero's attack by 90% of all elements except physical. So it's 190% actually. So it's 4260 times 1.9. So it's 8,094 right now is what we're at. For just P4 Derriere. That's it. Just P4 Derriere, giving you 3,000 fire attack. This part is confusing me so much, bro. This all elemental attack. It has to be all the other elements. I'm like kind of gaslighting, convincing myself that it has to be the other elements. It literally cannot be this. We're still at 0. The engraving gives damage increase, not attack. I could have sworn the engraving said attack. Oh, physical damage of the attack. Wait. Here's the heal's physical damage by 100% of the attack from all elements. I mean, yeah, I mean, this isn't saying that you're going to get fucking 8,000% attack or damage. I'm pretty sure this is just converting it to physical. I'm pretty sure this is what this is saying. It's converting this to physical. That's what I mean, 190%? Yeah. It's definitely not saying that you're going to increase your fucking physical damage by 4,260%. You think Bond's gonna be good for Knighthood boss? Probably. But let's keep reading. Decreases damage taken while using the special skill by 30%. Okay. Slight increases the range of special attacks, final strike, and provides far over 100%. Okay. It's good. It's not the best. Tier 9 amplifies the ultimate move's additional damage by 120%. Okay. I mean, I guess it's like a little bit. It's like kind of doubling it, but this also has this, so it's not really doubling it. I guess it is doubling it. It's 120%, and then it fixes additional damage, you get to 100% of attack. Yeah, so it's doubling your ult. Tier 10 increases ultimate move's damage count by 3 times against enemies with max stacks of chains. Okay. Nice. Landing the ultimate move's first strike on enemy with chain at maximum resets the hero's special cooldown, decreases it by 80% for 10 seconds, and increases the hero's defense shatter by 15%. Oh my god. Holy, that's insane. So the first half of the P10 is literally saying, hey, your ultimate, we're increasing the damage by 3x, by the way, because you're going to hit 3 additional times. Off rip, it's saying, hey, 3x damage to your ultimate. Hey, but that, guess what? That wasn't good enough. We're also going to give you special attack cooldown 80% and 15% defense shatter. Have fun, King. Yo, what's up, boys? It's Zeradith from the editorial booth. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip a lot of this. Most of it is me ranting about how physical bonds scalings doesn't really make sense, and we didn't really come up with a reasonable answer as to how his kit works. So for the meantime, I'm just going to tell you guys that right now his kit doesn't make sense. There's a lot of mistranslations happening with his kit pertaining to the all elemental attack and the elemental attack scalings. So just come watch my stream. I'm gonna be streaming as soon as the update drops. So I'll have better answers on stream than I will right now. Until then, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to Earthbond so you guys don't have to sit here and watch the 1 hour of trying to figure it out and nothing making sense. So here you go. That took a while. But kit, engraving, potentials. Earthbond. That was such a long physical bond rant. Holy. Alright, each time the hero uses the normal skill while Berserk is active, it increases normal skill damage by 10% up to 5 times. Okay, so 50% normal skill damage. While this effect is active, the hero's crit damage increases by 20% and crit defense by 25%. This is whatever, but this is cool. I don't know why we're getting this. This should be crit damage. Or crit chance. But whatever. Normal attack, 157, it's whatever. Special attack, 164, because the hero's crit chance by 25%. That's nice. For 20 seconds, so that's a long time. Increase fixed damage equal to 82% of attack. That seems low.
They've got their SR weapons equipped, 100%.
That seems really low. Also, Francis, thank you for the follow. Removes the normal skill cooldown. Landing the normal skill 4 times, enhances normal skill fixed damage equal to 225% of attack, and increasing damage by 30%. Oh, okay, crit damage by 30%. Okay. So landing normal skill 4 times enhances normal skill inflicting damage equal to 200. Okay, so if you land the normal skill 4 times, then it converts into an actual skill. Okay. Because you need no cooldown. Got it. Using the enhanced normal skill against enemy with Earth Burst activated increases the damage by 100%, or supposed to hero's HP equal to 70% of attack. Okay. That's a lot better. Okay, now, okay, so you need to have Berserk active. Okay, so you need Berserk active, actually. Cool. Noted. Resets the hero's normal skill cooldown and enters Berserk state for 12 seconds. Okay. Okay. Potentials. P4 amplifies enhanced normal skill by 20%. Okay. There's the number of attacks required to use Berserk to enhance normal skill by 2. That's huge. Because now this is, instead of 4, it's 2. So you just need to hit him twice to get the real skill. 6 becomes immune to reactions while using normal skill. I don't like this. It should be part of the base kit. Decreases damage taken by 20%. This should also be part of the base kit. And increases damage boost by an additional 30%. Okay, so this is a real P6. I don't like this. I don't like this part. This is okay. But this is good. It just sucks that this is locked behind P6 because that just means that if you're not a P6, you're gonna be getting hit out of your normal skill, just like melee. Melee should honestly have this too. Tier 7 uses attack skill, activates burst for berserk for 5 seconds. Oh, and increases the hero's earth damage by 50% for 20 seconds. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. You get a free berserk every time you go in when you tag. Stats. Tier 9. We skipped the engraving, by the way. That's my bad. Amplifies berserk enhanced normal skill power by 65%. So it's another 65% and another 20% here. So it's a total of 85% from the potentials. Slightly increases the range of the enhanced normal skill and increases the defense shatter by 15%. Yikes. More defense shatter. While berserk is active. And normal skill, the landing the enhanced normal skill 3 times allows one more use of this skill. Okay, what's the engraving? This text is so small. Increases duration of berserk by 20%. Gaining berserk increases movement speed by 30%. And uses the normal skill 3 times. And uses the normal skill to scout with this fight's ass, increases normal skill damage by 24% and crit damage by 24%. At max, increases berserk duration by 40%. Gaining berserker increases movement speed by 30%, and using the normal skill 3 times while this effect is active increases normal skill damage by 40% and crit damage by 40%. Ah, this is looking really good. What was Sora worried about? That's quite cooked.
We'll see.
Yeah, because apparently his normal skill has no cooldown. Removes the normal skill cooldown when you're in berserk. So you just press it. Do you just press this shit for 5 seconds if you have a P6, P7, for the next 5 seconds plus 40%? That's an extra 2 seconds. So it's 7 seconds. So for 7 seconds, are you just mashing E, bro? Are you just mashing E for 7 seconds as soon as you come in? I guess you press Q then E. Might be 6 seconds. So are you just coming in, pressing Q, E, and just for 6 seconds straight? I don't know. That seems kind of fucking broken to me. That seems kind of fucking broken to me. I don't know about you guys. That seems really fucking. And then you pop your ult, and then you could just spam it. By the way, you could literally just until you can't press the button anymore. And then when you can't press the button anymore, you go, "Oh, okay, that sucks." Anyway, I'm gonna ult now. I'm an ult now. And then you go for 12 seconds. No? Does Berserk have a cooldown? Not really. Not that I'm seeing. Someone clip that. I don't know. That looks good to me. Like, it sounds good on paper. But Gother probably go with him? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sounds great on paper. I don't know. Is Lich Dragon the best for him? The only problem I see with Lich Dragon right now is the buff only lasts 10 seconds. You might have to tag out and tag back in. It only lasts for 10 seconds. That's the only downside to this passive. So before you ult, right? Because you get a free berserk. If you're P7, you get a free berserk, right? But this has a 20-second cooldown, right? So the way that you're probably gonna do it is to pop Greedy Ruler, because you're gonna want Greedy Ruler, by the way, on this guy, because of this right here, defense shatter, 15%. Plus Greedy Ruler is just the best for DPS, but if you're P10, it's gonna be Greedy Ruler for sure. So you're gonna want this, right? And you're gonna do Earth Liz, Gother, Daisy, right? So you're gonna do Daisy abilities into Gother into Liz, right? Into Burst into Bon, and then you're gonna do bump 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 bump, right? Because you're gonna get berserk for the first 5 seconds, right? So you do that for 5 seconds. Then you tag in Gother. Hopefully you have enough magic at this point. You tag in Gother, you ult on Gother, you come back to Bon. You can't bump 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 again because it has a 20-second cooldown, right? So then you ult on Bon, and then you bump 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 bump. That's probably what you're gonna do. And if you don't have Gother, you're probably just gonna do the exact same thing, except instead of tagging in Gother, you're just gonna tag in a different support. But like the first tag in is gonna be like Q, bum, 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 and then tag back to the support, come back, Q, bum, 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 because I think you have 2 charges of Q. I'm pretty sure you have 2 charges of Q. Because I saw that in the the thing. The G Clef hero trial. He had 2. He had 2 charges of Q. So you can Q, bum, 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 tag out, tag back in, Q. It'll be alt Q, bum, 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 bum. What's your bomb rotation? Just bum, 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 bum. That's it, bro. That's all you do. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Now for my darkness boys. Today's the last day for a Lich Dragon chest. I know. All right, so now for my darkness boys. Here is your section. Here is the section for you. Your beautiful, beautiful darkness section. I think I already have it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Pull it up. Let's zoom in on it. All right, we're not going to read it just yet, but we have it pulled up. Perfect. All right. The beautiful, beautiful darkness section that most of you have probably been waiting for. I know a few of you have been waiting for this. What site are you using for the info? I want to see Gother outfit. Reddit. Or not Reddit, sorry, Twitter. Passive, Thieving Instinct. Each time the hero hits an enemy without an active burst 10 times, it applies Snatch for 30 seconds. Increases the hero's normal attack crit damage by 100% against enemies affected by Snatch. You know what that means, guys? Yeah, I heard normal attack. Guys? I heard normal attack. I heard it. I heard normal attack. Hey. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? I remember reading it. I told you guys normal attack crit damage. Ooh, baby. The dream is becoming alive. The dream is becoming a thing. We're going to build DPS Bond. We're building DPS Gauntlets Bond, bro. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Let's go. This is going to be a funny build. All right, don't kill my dream, Net Marble. Snatch. If a darkness burst is active, increases darkness weakness by 10% for 15 seconds. When hit by the caster's team, increases the caster's team's darkness attack for 10 seconds by 0.6% of Bond's attack per hit, up to a maximum of 20 times, max 3,000. Okay. Afterward, Snatch is removed once the darkness burst duration ends. Okay. Is this after the darkness burst? Oh no, it just doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, because it says when hit by the caster's team. Okay, so it's anybody on the team, so this doesn't really matter. This isn't like a. There's no nuance to this. You just do it. Normal attack, Dark Fist, 129%. It's pretty good. With guaranteed critical hits against enemies affected by breach. Ooh. Guaranteed critical hits, you say? Guaranteed, and your normal attacks have 100% crit damage. Ooh, you don't say. Oh, baby. Special attack, Abyss Uppercut. Inflicts damage equals 111% of attack and applies breach. Okay, for 30 seconds. Okay. Breach decreases all elemental burst resistance by 20% and increases darkness damage taken by 25%. Nice. That's a good debuff. That's a good debuff right there. Normal skill Snatch. First strike inflicts damage equals 75% attack. Kind of low. Then increases darkness defense by 20% of defense for 30 seconds. Okay. Afterward, the final strike inflicts damage equals 100% of attack and increases all the hero's darkness attack by 30% for 30 seconds. Okay. Tag skill, Ambush Strike, inflicts damage with 87% of attack. Ultimate move, Black Burst, inflicts damage equal to 265% of attack. Usually a combined attack with the hero's ultimate move as the base, enhances the normal skill for 10 seconds. Yeah, so you get a new Snatch. The enhanced normal skill, so he has to be a combo ult, by the way. The enhanced normal skill inflicts damage equal to 150% of attack. And its final strike freezes the enemy's darkness burst duration for 6 seconds. Nice. Nice. And this is all baseline. This is a good character. Zeradith, describe Bon in one word. Perfect. Perfect. Down to the last minute details. Perfect. All right, let's go to his engraving. Using a combined attack with the hero's ultimate move as the base, increases all that hero's darkness damage by 30%, so another combo ult. And each hit from the combined attack increases the enemy's darkness weakness by 3% for 30 seconds. It doesn't say max stack, so it makes me think it's just that. Unless it just stacks infinitely. I'm not going to assume that, though. I'm going to assume it's just 5%. Combined attack increases all the hero's darkness damage by 50%. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh my god, he gets more crit damage from his... Oh my god, this character is going to actually kind of slap, bro. Yo, DPS Bond is looking like the dream is there. DPS Gauntlets Bond is looking like it's a real thing. You could probably do it. We're going to do it. What are the important breakpoints for Bond? We'll get to that. Right now, we need to go over Bond's burst potentials. All right. So 1 through 4, basic stuff. Let's go straight to 5. There's already a wall of text. Slightly increases the range of the normal attack. Bog is... The dream is increasing. The dream is increasing. And amplifies the crit damage boost against enemies affected by Snatch by 100%. Oh my god, the dream is increasing. The dream! The dream! It's live! The dream is alive! Landing the normal attack decreases the enemy's darkness defense by 2% of defense for 30 seconds. Max 10 times. So you're going to want to do some normal attacks on him. The dream. This darkness defense reduction only applies while the enemy has burst active. Well, the enemy has an active burst. Okay, so you're going to want to pop burst, snatch to freeze it, and then punch the shit out of him. But because you're popping the burst, Black Flame might be better. Black Flame might be better. But we'll see. We'll probably have to test it. We'll probably have to test Black Flame versus Bog. Increases the darkness burst duration freeze from the final strike of the enhanced normal skill by 3 seconds and decreases the enemy's crit defense by 30%. Oh my god. He decreases crit defense. Oh my god. Oh my god, this character is so handsome. Holy. Tier 7. Slightly increases the special attack's range and increases the breach effect boost to darkness damage taken by 30%. God damn! Jesus! Wow! Wow! These potentials are insane! Oh my god! Oh my god, tier 9. Amplifies normal attack by 200%. Amplifies normal attack. Yes! Bog is real! Bog is real! Yes! 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 Oh my god, yes! Yes! Bog is real! DPS Bond is real! Oh my god, the dream! The dream! It's not a dream! It's not a dream! It's real! Tier 10? Slightly increases normal skill's range. The final hit of the normal skill increases all out heroes' darkness defense shatter by 50%! What? 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 Oh my god. What happened? Bon gives darkness allied heroes 15% defense shatter at P10. He is a best in slot for every darkness character, by the way. Bon at P10 is a best in slot for every darkness character, by the way.